Folks, I'm going to talk about how you should pay close attention to these three fast-gaining growth stocks. Now, we're only 3 weeks away from the presidential election. Most stocks are holding a wait-and-see pattern that may persist till the election is over. But a handful of stocks are showing resilience and strength and continue to buck the overall trend of the sideways choppy market. We call these momentum stocks. And today, I've got three hot stocks that you need to pay attention to for the next few quarters and possibly beyond. All three stocks are showing remarkable relative strength in comparison to the overall stock market and show strong sentiment and fundamentals, in addition to strong technical trading action, which goes a long way, especially if you're not just trading 2-3 weeks, if you're holding for a quarter or two. The first stock is Simulation Plus Inc., ticker symbol SLP. It's a premier developer of groundbreaking drug discovery and development simulation software, which is licensed to and used in the conduct of drug research by major pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies worldwide. They've got two other businesses, Words Plus Inc. and Future Lab, which are based on its proprietary software technologies. Now, SLP conducts drug research, pharmaceutical and biotech firms. Nowadays, it costs an average of $2 billion to get a drug through drug trials. That means you want to do everything right from the start to increase your chance of getting through. The market cap of this company is only $1.2 billion, but this is a niche that has been growing for many years. 5-year return, 712%. Can you imagine that? It's over 100% a year growth. 5-year revenue growth, almost 200% return. 5 years earnings growth, 166+% return. 5-year dividend growth, 26%. It even has a dividend. Technically, the stock is trading near all-time highs and shows substantial upside in the near term. There's a high price target near $88 per share, which tells me the stock has more upside potential. The next stock is United Microelectronics. UMC, ticker symbol. It specializes in providing foundry services for high-performance semiconductor applications. Its core competency lies in its ability to produce high-yield integrated circuit wafers, pre-manufactured on a per-customer basis. In addition to wafer manufacturing, its customers benefit from services such as extensive IP resources, free of charge design libraries, and full front-end and back-end support. It's got 11 manufacturing facilities worldwide in factories in Singapore and China, 2 strategically important places in Asia for future research. 1-year growth, 147%. Earnings per share versus previous quarter, 200% growth. Earnings per share versus previous year, 350% growth. I like the stock, and it's a low-price stock, which tells me it's got a lot of upside potential left. Check out the ticker symbol. Next one and final stock is Stamps.com, ticker symbol STMP. It's a leading provider of internet-based postage services. Stamps.com service for postage online enables small businesses, enterprises, and consumers to print U.S. Postal Service approved postage with just a PC, a printer, and an internet connection. I've been using them for years, right from the comfort of your own home or office. The company targets its services to small businesses and home offices and currently has a PC postage partnership with Microsoft, Earthlink, Hewlett-Packard, NCR, Office Depot, and so forth and so forth. Going into the era of COVID-19, into the postage store with COVID-19 is a trip most will want to avoid at all costs. And that has been paying off for STMP, which has been selling digital postage for 24 years now. Time sure flies. I remember when they first started coming out, they used to sell their little bundle at Office Depots. It was funny, but I've been a customer for about 20 years now. Initially, its client base was commercial businesses that used a lot of postage regularly. Its home division wasn't that big, but now that workers are in home offices and post offices are one more place that you want to avoid, STMP is becoming the go-to option. And this dynamic isn't likely to change once the pandemic eases because people like being able to print their own stamps. It's easy without having to go to the post office. The stock is up 257% in the past 5 years, In the past year, 257% in the past year. 5-year return is up 263%. 5-year revenue growth, 288%. And earnings grew about 50% in the last 5 years. Earnings per share versus previous quarter, 241% upside. Earnings per share versus previous year, 223% upside. Overall, the stock has got a lot of potential, especially as we gear into another winter season and without a COVID-19 vaccine on the horizon. That's a perfect storm for Stamps.com. I hope that helps. Folks, former hedge fund manager Lance Ippolito just sent Wealth Press's Jeff Yasteen a secret code. It's a code that could make many folks extremely wealthy. I'm talking about a $15 trillion tech disruption happening in just a few weeks. Some stocks have already mysteriously sprung to life as this trend has been developing out of public sight. Iridium, a once bankrupt company, recently soared 422% after shifting their focus to this new tech. With cash like this at stake, this is an event you cannot afford to miss. Click the link below to watch this urgent video while it's still online. Do it now.